Pose, yeah, pose, pose, yeah, pose. I use a photo shoot pose. I use.
Hailings everyone and welcome to my channel. So for this style we are going to be trying the crisscross knotless braids in the back type of style. You know, it has been going viral on the internet, so I really wanted to try it. I know I've done this style before, but the last time I did it I didn't do any knotless braids at the back and I didn't use any rubber bands. So this time we're going to do it right. So I am starting off by sectioning off my hair from ear to ear at the front. It's always neater and the experience of braiding is much better when I do it this way. After sectioning off the front of the hair, we're going to be working with the front first. I am sectioning it off in half, and then on each side I'm going to be sectioning that off in half also. Being sure to take out my baby hairs this time around, because the last time I didn't take out my baby hairs, the elastic bands left with my edges. So I don't want that to happen to me this time around. So I am starting the style off by sectioning one of the two sections on that side of my head into 4 sections. Now I did decide that I am going to be doing 2 rows of crisscross rubber bands this time around, because I just think that it would be a lot neater and, you know, it would look a lot better. So sectioning off that section in 4 and then just putting rubber bands on each section. It's kind of self-explanatory, so I don't need to sit here and explain everything to you. I am tightening the sections here, but I am making sure that I do not tighten it to the point where I'm going to lose my edges. Like, I want it to be neat, but I don't want my edges to go with the hairstyle this time around, because I don't know, I don't want any bald spots at the front of my head, trust me. So pretty self-explanatory. I'm just putting elastic bands on each of the sections. Now when I am attaching the sections to the back, I do a little twirl or a little coil so that the style can look a little bit neater. I didn't want the hair, the crisscross hair, to look fuzzy in any way, so I do a little twirl and then attach the section to the back of the hair. I didn't do 2 rubber bands at the back. I actually just attached it with 1 rubber band. You know, the less rubber bands you use, the less tension will be on your hair. So keep that in mind when you are doing this rubber band hairstyle. I do see a lot of persons add like all 2, 3, 4 rubber bands on each section, and I am not that type of person. I want a seamless takedown, and if your hair is anything like mine, it is easy to get tangled, easy to get coiled. So just throwing that tip out there. So I am moving on to the second section now, and I'm going to be showing you one more time how it is that I achieve the style. I part each of the section in 4s and I put rubber bands. I start at the front and put rubber bands on each section at the front. I am using my wax, you know, to lay down the hair so that the hair can be smooth and the hair can be neat. Use a wax that is compatible with your hair. I believe that this wax wasn't really compatible with my hair because it did leave my hair with a white cast, which is very strange. I personally would not recommend this wax, but it is what I had on hand, and I didn't know that it was going to leave a lot of white marks in my hair at the time, so I did use it this time around, but I won't be using it again. So remember, I am twirling the front of the hair, the front section. I'm just giving it a little twirl. You could twist it if you want the hair to be neat that way, but I'm just doing a little twirl, a little coil, just so that it can be neater, and you know, to me the style will come out better this way. So after twirling it, I'm just going to be attaching it to the back section and then adding my rubber bands. It is as simple as that. I really wanted to keep the front section really simple this time around and not do like 3 or 4 rows of crisscross this time around. I just wanted it to be a nice simple hairstyle that anyone can achieve. So after many hours, this is what the front is looking like. I tried my best to keep it as neat as possible, and I'm really liking how it turned out, and I love the fact that I left out my baby hairs this time around. And yeah, it's looking really good, really neat. I'm really pleased. We are going to move on to the back section. Now I did go ahead and start the style just so that I can get my mojo. I always do this. I always try to get my mojo when doing this style, when doing any new style, as a matter of fact. So I did do 2 rows by myself, but now I'm showing you how I did the knotless braids. This is where the thread rack will come in handy. I did pre-section the hair so that it would be easier for me to do the knotless braids. I added 3 sections of hair to my natural hair, and then I went ahead and braided it all in. Now I am doing, I would say, medium to jumbo sized knotless braids, so you have to determine how much hair you want to add to each section in order for it to look right, you know, in order for the proportions to look seamless and to look right, if you understand what I mean. And for the ends, I am sectioning off a little piece with some rubber bands because I wanted to curl the ends. Now this is not particularly a knotless braid tutorial, but I am trying to show you guys how I went about achieving the style. I started to braid my hair without actually braiding my hair, and then I added a section of the hair between my index finger and my thumb, and then I proceeded to braid 1 rotation. And then when I came back around, because I am right-handed, when I came back around to my right hand, that is where I added each section of hair. So I did that 3 times, and then I proceeded to braid the hair down. There are a lot of tutorials on YouTube for you to learn how to do knotless braids. That is where I learned to do knotless braids, so you can always check out videos like that. I am planning in the future to do a video on the different types of ways you can add braiding hair to your hair, so be on the lookout for that one. But for now, just watch and look and learn as best as you can on how it is that I achieve these knotless braids around the back. Like I said, I started to braid without actually braiding, and because I am right-handed, I added the hair in my right index finger and thumb hand, and then I did 1 rotation of braiding, 1 or 2, whichever way you look at it, and then I added more hair, and I did that 3 times, and then I braided all the way down. And remember, you can braid all the way down if you want to, but this time I wanted to add a little bit of pizzazz to the style, so I left out a little section, maybe about 2 or 3 inches of hair. Left out that section, added some rubber bands so it wouldn't pull out, and proceeded to continue with the style. Alright, so this is the hair actually 90% finished. I loved the way how it turned out. I love the sectioning. I love the proportions of the hair that I used. I love the front. It was just a simple and easy style that a lot of persons can create on their own. Now I'm tackling the ends. I combed out the ends of the hair and I added some small flexi rods to them, and then I proceeded to hot water that section. Now I did not add any mousse this time around. I don't think the style needed it, and this is how the style turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
I'm ready to pull up on you. I'm ready to do what I do. Baby, what you wanna do? Shoot your shot, cause I'm bulletproof.